Hello, family. Thank you once again for joining. Of course, this is Empowerment Network with Comfort and team and crew. However you call us, we accept that. Thank you. And if you're joining for the first time, don't go away. Sit here, listen, ask questions, and we'll get you going with us. So hit the subscribe button if you have forgotten to do so, or you're joining us for the first time. This discussion runs on about seven channels, YouTube channels, and of course on Facebook. Guys, do well to follow me too on Facebook because I've exceeded the 5,000 marks, and the only thing you can do now is follow. So go ahead and do that, guys, and thank you again for joining. Hi, guys. Hello, Andy.
Hello, world. How is everybody? Enjoying their Friday afternoon, Friday night, Friday morning,
Hopefully,
wherever you are.
let's hear what they say in the chat section if they're enjoying the weekend already. Hi, Collins. Welcome.
Hello, everyone. Nice to be here again. Hope you are having a fantastic weekend, or if your days just begin from the other part of the world, have a great day. Hope you are enjoying your Friday.
Mm-hmm. So, guys, as you see from the topic today, we're discussing just 2 points. And if it goes well, it's going to be really short because we're going straight to the point. On the one hand, what is this news? This news all over the place about payment options being live in the OES. And on the other hand, let's get enough and good advice, professional advice from our brother Andy in the house so that we know what we are doing when it comes to the prepaid MasterCard thing. So, guys, thank you. And let's begin. There's been this news out there. We just want to look at it. Let's discuss the prepaid options that just popped up in our OES and what they mean at this point, guys. Who would like to go first?
Andy, is it go. Yes. Yeah, so wake up this morning and you saw the news everywhere on social media, and a lot of people were excited. Wow, it's gone live. Look at it. It's not gone live. There is a difference when it comes to going live. We should be used to this now. We've seen it a lot, and if you've been in ONPASSIVE for that long, you know when the CEO come and announce that we are live, you click the button, you can get it. For instance, when they said O Connect is live, what happened? We started using O Connect from day one. You go, you click, you use the trial version, and you can hold your meeting. When they said O Mail is live, you click, you can send an email. When they said O Trim is live, you click, all of those products. So when you say something is live, it means that thing is already usable. So it means it's functioning. Let me not say usable, it's functioning. You can click and start to use it. So when it is not live, it is not live. You can see the emblem there. For instance, when I talk about the payment method, it's just in front of the login page. When you scroll down, you can see all the payment method, which is good. So it is a preparation. The company is preparing us for what we will use. And they're telling us that these are the things that we'll use. Will it go live? 100% yes. But we'll hear that from the CEO. And there will be a clickable button within the OES. But that front is just to demonstrate, for instance, if you are you've not been in ONPASSIVE, you've not registered, you go and click that login page. Go and click. Instead to register, you go and click login. Scroll down, you will see it. So it's visible for everybody. And the person can say, wow, they have this payment method, this payment method, this payment method. But do you think that is where it will lie? No, it will not lie there. It will be within the ecosystem. Once you log in, you start to utilize the product. Click, they said pay. That will be the payment method you will be using because they're already showing you. It's like you're going to a restaurant. What do you see? They give you the menu, but the menu is not the food. You say, okay, I want this, I want this, I want that. They go now and prepare it, give it to you, save you. That is when the real food comes before you. So they are just showing you as what we will be using. But is it live? No, it's not live. Will it be live? 100% yes, because they will integrate the payment method. They will integrate. If it will not go live, I don't think Mr. Alfara will put it in front to tell us that that is what is coming or that is what they are being integrated within the ecosystem where you will use it to pay in or pay out. That is cash in and you can receive, you know. So I just want to clarify a little bit of that. We should be excited, but it's not live yet.
All right, thank you, Collins, for doing that. But then before Andy comes in, I would like to know, where it is found to was where I thought like it's just right here at the front, just like at the front when you just knock the first where you enter, that's where you meet it. That's normally not where we should be finding it. So is it there just to let our maybe potential users or new people popping in to know that this is what we have, or is it a sign that there's some integration going on at the background?
So what I would say is it will be there forever if Mr. Ash want to leave it there, because that's just the front login screen. Has nothing to do. So you can just scroll down and say, okay, and I say this, I can see this. It's just the same like you go to blog and you can read all those things. So it's visible for everybody, whether you are a founder or you are a non-founder thinking of coming, or you are an affiliate or not affiliate, or a customer or just a normal user. You can see that straight from the ONPASSIVE ecosystem page, login page. You know, so you can just look at it and scroll down and say, all right, this. So these are the payment method they are using. But when they want to integrate it, it will be inside when you log in. So that payment method will attach. Like for instance, when you go to your wallet, what do you see? You see payment method there. When they enable it, it will not be from the front end, because what are you buying outside? You need to be in to buy. You cannot buy from a login page. You buy from within.
Exactly. Yeah, I think I thought well too as such. So guys, if you are joining now, if you can, please kindly share, because we've had really a good chat with Andy at the background, and he's got I think very useful advice to give us when it comes to the prepaid MasterCard. We are definitely going to come to that and have a discussion on that too. So Andy, please let's hear what you think about the payment options and stuff, please. Thank you.
Okay, so as we know, everything that goes into the ecosystem, you have to, if it goes live, you go into the marketplace, and then you have to click on various bits. Now, we know that as things move forward, we're going to have an option to be able to pay into the wallet, to be able to activate our accounts with whatever's left over that we might need to do. And Ash has already mentioned about these prepaid card options where you can load these things up and have commission paid onto them. Now, bear in mind, anything that you take out of the business is taxable depending on where you live and the tax laws that you have to abide by. So just because you load it onto a prepaid card doesn't mean to say you don't have to pay tax. So people be aware of this. It's very important that you understand that. Prepaid cards are great, but you still need a bank account. So again, bear that in mind. Now, we're not ready yet because the product hasn't gone live. It's not available. It's just, as Collins has quite rightly pointed out, it's being put to say, here, we're going to have these things available to you at a certain point. But, and I'll make this clear, everybody that has an account with ONPASSIVE and part of the ecosystem needs to have some form of bank account to be able to have the payments being made across or transferred across to that account. Now, moving forward, it's possible, and I stress the word possible, that ONPASSIVE may have at some point its own bank. If you don't live where the bank is set up, you're still going to have to transfer it into your account wherever you live. So therefore, you still have a tax liability based on where the money comes into. Prepaid cards are fantastic, but don't rely on them fully. You still need to have money going into the account. If you lose that credit card for any reason, you don't necessarily lose the money on it because you apply for another card, but it could take 2 to 3 weeks before you get that card or the new card, and the first one's been cancelled. And if you're reliant upon that money, you need something else. So please, still have a bank account, guys. It's very important.
Okay, you've been stressing the importance of having a bank account, and you say you need to have a bank account in order to get the money over. So is it like this prepaid MasterCard? Can it not really function in isolation? Does it have to be linked to a bank account to be for payment to be
I,
able to go over?
listen, you can have it in isolation, but why? The card works in isolation, so you're putting money onto a credit card. It has nothing to do with your bank account. It's not linked to your bank account. It is a separate prepaid card. You load the card up, and then you're able to use that MasterCard, Visa in different locations. But as I said, it's still exceedingly important to have a bank account, and anything you load onto that prepaid card still counts as income, and therefore still has a potential tax liability based upon where you live. Now, if you live in Dubai and you're a one-man band, then you don't necessarily have to worry too much about tax. If you're a company, I believe there's now a 9% tax based upon a certain level of income. But if you're in the UK, it's different. If you're in the States, it's different. If you're in Africa, it's different. In South Africa, it's different, etc. Okay, so the best thing to do is to take advice from an accountant, yeah, somebody who knows what the tax laws are based upon where you live. It's very important that you do that, guys.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I really appreciate that you came back. Andy, I know we've been discussing this over and over, and sometimes we do this because when you know where you come from, our people really struggle right now because there's a problem in my country, the ID thing. So when many of them saw this and heard Ash say this, they felt like it was a kind of a sigh of relief. So, finally, I can do without a bank account. But then I'm understanding from you right now that it's not the case. People are still strongly advised to get bank account. So if you have at all any other thing to say
Right.
around that,
Well,
you just
like I said, let me give you an example. I get a prepaid card and I lose my wallet. Now I've got, $2,000 on that card. That's my money. Right. I lose that card for whatever reason. I leave it in a taxi. My wallet falls out. Whatever it might be, I can't get access to that $2,000. Yeah. Now, if I've got a bank account, I've then still got the capability to be able to draw money from that bank account because I've got other cards. Yeah. Now, what you have to do is you have to cancel the first card that you've got, that prepaid card, and they have to work out what's left on that card. It then may take, because it's not coming from your bank, it's coming from a centralized system, which may be based in Dubai. Don't know. Okay. Stress that. Don't know. If it is, it might take 2 to 3 weeks to get to you via post because that post has to be secured. So if you're 2 or 3 weeks without money, how's that going to affect you? You need to be very careful here, and you need to have both. Yeah, a separate bank account so that you've still got cash coming in case. But again, let me emphasize this. If you get a prepaid card, it still goes against whatever you put on that card becomes an income. Yeah, and you're still liable for tax depending upon where you are. So be very careful here. It's great to have prepaid cards, don't get me wrong, but you need to have the additional in the form of a bank account in case.
all right. Now I really appreciate all this information, guys. I hope this makes this comes good to you all. So let's know in the comment section how much you've learned from Andy this evening when it comes to the prepaid card and stuff. And Collins, before we round up or before we end, do you still have a comment to make, be it from the previous thing you said or something Andy has said and stuff, so that we round up, please? Thank you.
No, Andy just said it really, really nice. I just want to greet our brother Chris Johnson is here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Andy just said it nicely. Andy is the number guy. This guy
Yeah.
who's been there. So there's nothing I can add. But the only thing I want to encourage the founders and the affiliate, those who are joining, we have to be excited but let us always be cautious a little bit. Let us always listen to the corporate body. No, not everything we say in the internet, we just go because we want to take half-baked news. We just want to see what favors us, but we don't want to see the end of it. And these are the type of news you'll get. And then tomorrow, when it doesn't happen that way, they'll be saying, oh, the CEO promised this, the CEO never promised that. So until we get it straight from the CEO, Mr. Ash Mofara, and it is written in the back office, and then you can hear like on Passive 360 will broadcast it, Marty DeGamo, Chris Johnson, Red Referend, or come and analyze it again. That is when you can start to pick it as gospel truth. But when you've not heard from all this place from corporate, because it comes from corporate, then filter down, and then they can come and analyze it again. That is when you start to get proper understanding. There is no need for us to rush. There is no need for us to be the first to give the breaking news, because you can be first and you give the bad breaking news.
Yep.
And when you throw something like that, 300 or how many hundreds of thousands of people receive it, you cannot do damage control, because by the time you get the true news, to go back and retrieve it, maybe only 10 or 15 or 1,000 people will get it, and the rest will just hook on it and said, Mr. Ash Mofara is a liar. He promised this because we've heard it from this, we've heard it from this type of leader. So that's why I said caution. Get the news, sleep over it, listen again, wait, reread it, maybe talk with others before you can say, all right, let me come now. Don't be the first to break the bad breaking news.
Yeah, I know this breaking news thing is going to put us in trouble one of these days. By us, I mean people who are interested in breaking news, because you just have to, like, somebody needs to screenshot the website and display it on social media just to prove a point that I saw it first. I don't think it's called for. That's just it's really unwarranted. We don't need to do that. Let's just be patient, because if it's that serious, I should definitely call a meeting. He doesn't keep it. We all know that. He doesn't wait when we get to that top. He's like, come on, guys, let's have this quick chat. And then he tells us officially. We can then go from there, because we would be making our comments based on what we heard him say. So on this note, we too are saying that what we say here, we are not assigned officially to say it. We are just, trying to analyze things based on what we see the CEO do and what we hear him say and all of those. And so let's all be careful. I think we can do better, especially when it comes to news, to breaking news, guys. It's not worth it. We're better than that. There's much more to do than just sit here and get breaking news and say I was the first person to get it. And moreover, guys, don't bother if you don't see it, because I've been checking since yesterday, just a couple of minutes ago, that those payment options appeared on my own website. So it's still on the way. Something that is still, I think it just popped out there. The first person who saw it for some reason was out there with it, but then it's all right. So now we know what we know. Let's go back, especially those from home. Guys, think about creating a bank account. Whatever you've been doing, trying to get a bank account, keep on doing that. Don't stop, because you've heard what Andy has said. I don't want to just go back to soil what he has done really neatly out there, because you know me, when it comes to figures, I can be really, So guys, this is running on 7 channels. Andy Burke's on Passive Revolution, and Collins Manor, Fumi Williams, Gladys Nyaboro, Marcian Emabu, Gideon Ezemba, Comfort, actually Empowerment Network, and of course on Facebook. I know there are many people who find it easier watching on Facebook. That's why I thought that we should stream live on Facebook too. So I have more than 1,000 friendship requests. I can't accept them, guys. If you can, just go ahead and like the page, and then we go from there. That will still be the same. We'll still be in friendship. That's the only way we can be in connection. Let's convert all of the friendship requests into likes and following, and that still goes a long way. Thank you, guys. Let's share this information and help somebody to learn and help somebody to be a bit in order. So thank you, and have a wonderful evening. Thank you, Andy and Collins, for doing this for us. Really appreciate it. Bye.